You are now listening to Dear Dope Chick, a weekly podcast created to inspire and energize women to live life on their own terms. I'm your host, Felicia, and here is today's dose of dope. Dear Dope Chick, welcome and welcome back. Thank you so much for showing up today. You didn't have to do it, but you are here with us to discuss how you will take some action today. Are you ready? Are you ready to do that? For those of you who are new here, Dear Dope Chick is an action-based podcast. So what does that mean? That means that every single episode, you are challenged to take one small step that aligns with living life on your own terms. That means you're taking one small step today. Well, big, small, whatever, but you're taking one step that aligns with the lifestyle that you most desire. Now, are you obligated to do something? Absolutely not. That's the beauty of living life on your own terms. You have a choice. You have the opportunity to make choices for yourself that best align with who you are and what you got going on right now. So if you don't want to do anything, that is on you. However, I am always going to encourage you to do something today that gets you going, that gets you moving in the forward direction, that puts you in the position of being the person that you say that you want to be. Okay? I'm going to tell you to take that step. This is what I'm here for. This is my purpose and my passion. So when you're ready to take that step, do it. Get a notebook. Write down what you got going on so that you can go back and see just how far you've come from taking no action to taking action. Okay? Like last week's episode, this episode will continue building. So if you are not familiar with or haven't heard any of our previous week's episodes, take a listen. It doesn't have to be right now, but most certainly take a listen to what we've got out there already. I've discussed some great action steps for you to take. And if you're not ready to take this step today, quite possibly you might be ready to take another one. So make sure you take a listen and see what you can do today with the time that you have. All right. Within you resides a set of skills, an extensive knowledge base, a broad imagination, some dope ass gifts, and a Rolodex of innate wisdom that you can utilize and tap into today. Some of these skills you haven't used before, you haven't used in quite a while, or you very well could use them every single day. And the same goes with knowledge, the imagination, your gifts, your wisdom. You use some of these things every single day, and some of these things you just haven't quite tapped into yet. What if I told you you can use everything we've named so far, plus whatever you have in this moment to solve a lot of your problems? What if I told you that you have everything that you need right now to face your daily and your personal challenges? What if I told you your best is good enough to get the ball rolling? That using what you have in your possession right now is a move worth making. So that leads us to today's action. Today's action is to use what you have to get what you want. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the imagination, you have the gifts, and you have the wisdom to make the best move for you in this moment. I didn't say you had every skill out there. I didn't say you have all the wisdom or all of the knowledge. I said you have enough of every single category of that. You have enough to get the ball rolling. You have enough to start. And starting is the most important part. It's not about sustaining right now. You can find the skills to sustain. You can acquire the knowledge to sustain. You can build the imagination to sustain. You can refine your gifts to sustain. You can tap into your wisdom and build on what you already know to sustain. You can do all of that to sustain, but to start, we're talking about starting here. To start, All you have to do is use what you have. Don't worry about the outcome. Focus on the process. The outcome can change. So let's not focus on the outcome. Let's focus on the process. Focus on what needs to be done today and what you can contribute to resolve the issue. Your circumstances are hinging on whether or not you are an active participant in your life. Are you going to show up for yourself today? Are you going to do the work that is required of you to make your life yours? Living life on your own terms requires you to do one thing first: to live. You have to start. How do you want to live your life? How? That's a question that you can ask yourself. Over the course of the week, reflect and refine your approach to various situations. Reflect on the choices you've made in the moment and refine your approach. That is called self-reflection. That is what we do to get ourselves to the next level. That's how we make our best better. By first making an effort, by doing what we need to do, making an effort, and then by refining the method. Okay, so that didn't work. What can I do now to get me closer to the outcome that I desire? What can I use now? What skills can I use now that will help me get to where I need to go? Maybe it's not the skills that you need. Maybe it's the connections to other people that you need. So who do I know that can help me right now? Who do I need to go to ask for help? Okay, so I want you to hang tight because I'm coming back with my final thoughts after this. Show notes for this episode and all past episodes can be found on a dailydoseofdope.com. That is a dailydoseofdope.com. Join the community, fam. Every day is full of encouragement, inspiration, and is designed to ignite the flame of passion, your flame of passion, into action. Enjoy daily texts and emails. Have the opportunity to discuss and connect with other dope chicks and really start the transformation that is living life on your own terms. Start that today. A dailydoseofdope.com. I cannot wait to see you there. So my final thoughts are this. The opportunity that you are waiting for is happening right now. The opportunity that you have been waiting for is happening right now. It didn't pass yesterday or moments ago, and it is not in the near or distant future. It's now that you have the opportunity to turn your life around, to do something different, to start living life on your own terms. All of that happens right now. Now, will your efforts yield the perfect outcome? That's not for me to say, nor is it the point. The point is that you did something that will get you closer to the life that you most desire. The point is that the process doesn't come without putting in some type of work, and that the work you put in is better than no work at all. The point is that passion and purpose can take you a long way only when you decide to put them into use. Make way for your gifts. Make way for your imagination. You are creative enough to figure out what you can do today to help you get the results that you're looking for. Get into your life. I say this often and I mean it. Get into your life and start living today. You owe it to yourself to do everything you can possibly do to make this life the best life you'll ever live. Again, I want to thank you for showing up today. Thank you for taking the time to listen, to learn, to implement, because it doesn't matter what we hear and what we may learn unless we are doing the work, right? So thank you for taking the time to implement whatever you've learned into your daily lifestyle. I want to thank you for investing in yourself today, for taking the time to do so, and most importantly, I want to thank you for being you. I'll see you in the next episode. For more dope messages, be sure to visit a dailydoseofdope.com and become a member. Also, cop your dope merch at deardopechick.com and follow us on all of our social media at Dear Dope Chick. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, be you, be dope. Love, P.